As 2018 comes to the close of 2018 is upon us. And while the year has produced some horrendous moments and segments, specifically for WWE, it has produced some great matches, and now I'm here to run down the best of them with you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the one and only DJ Storms. Thank you so much for tuning in back to the channel here on YouTube.com. As of course, you already know who I am, Mr. Controversy and the operator of the best damn Twitter handle known to mankind. I hope everyone had a great Christmas. Hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you all spent a lot of time with your family, ate a lot of good food. I hope you all have a great break if you're still in school. Hope you have a great break. I do hope you have a great New Year's as well. Let's start the year off with a bang. Let's actually end the year off with a bang, because before I get into the matches, come this Friday, December 28th, 2018. No, not cough. And yes, I still have this bad cough, so I apologize about that. But WrestleMania YouTube tapings will take place this Friday, December 28th, at the Lyndhurst Recreation Center in Lyndhurst, New Jersey. Bell time's at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to be there. The DJ Storms production crew is going to be there. Most of the members from the last few WrestleManias are going to be there as well, including newly crowned WrestleMania champion Crowbar, North American champion Gonna Trash, Adam Payne, Mike Orlando, Sebastian Cage. They're all going to be there. Yes, I still have this nasty cough, so I'm going to try and get through this video as best as I can. It is a real pain in the ass. I'm going to do whatever I can to get through this. Let me pop cough drop. Almost dropped it. Alright, let's get straight into it. The top 10 best matches of WWE in 2018 with some honorable mentions as well. Number 10, Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship on December 16th, 2018 at WWE TLC. This is what I like to call wrestling at its finest. This match had absolutely everything. Had some great spots with AJ with that 450. Had great storytelling with that calf crusher, Bryan nearly tapping. It had some nice technical-based wrestling to start it off. It had some brutal spots with Bryan kneeing Styles and then hitting that cravat suplex. In the end, Daniel Bryan went for the knee. Styles reversed it into a small package. Bryan reversed the small package. 1, 2, 3, beat AJ Styles clean. There's a reason Dave Meltzer rated this 4.75 stars. This is close to a 5-star match. That's how good it was. Definitely worth putting on a top 10 list, and definitely worth going back and watching if you want to go back and watch it. Number 9, Mustafa Ali versus Buddy Murphy in a no disqualification match on July 4th, 2018 on 205 Live. If I was to sum up this match in one sentence, it would be, if you are not watching 205 Live, you are living life as a wrestling fan wrong. This match was absolutely fantastic. Had some brutal spots with Mustafa Ali and Buddy Murphy throwing each other into the steel steps. The bottom half as well. Buddy Murphy took flight. There was a point in this match where Mustafa Ali and Buddy Murphy were outside. Buddy was on the thin barricade by the announce table. Mustafa Ali jumped up on that barricade and did a Spanish fly to Buddy Murphy off the barricade onto the announce table. The announce table did not give way. I swear, Buddy Murphy, if they did not do that move right, Buddy Murphy could have fractured his spine. It looked absolutely brutal. But they continued the match. Don't know how. Buddy Murphy was going for a big move on the steel steps. Mustafa Ali had Buddy Murphy up on the steel steps. Mustafa does a Hurricane Rana DDT to Buddy. Buddy fell off the steel steps, 7 feet, face first, into the ground. And Mustafa pinned them 1, 2, 3. That's how good Buddy Murphy and Mustafa Ali are. Matter of fact, I would even go so far as to say that Buddy Murphy's body of work has been better than literally every single main roster superstar. Because Buddy Murphy has literally kept a consistently good body of work. There have been some glimpses of hope for guys like Rollins, guys like AJ, guys like Shinsuke, but none have been consistently good, unlike Buddy Murphy. The moment he joined the Cruiserweight division, I knew he was going to be something special. Now he's on a top 10 list. How about that? Number 8 is Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship in a last woman standing match on October 28th, 2018 at WWE Evolution. When you got a newfound attitude in a character like Becky Lynch, this aggressive face, this Stone Cold Steve Austin-like babyface where she just doesn't care. And then, obviously Charlotte Flair is a great wrestler in her own right. You're bound to get a great match. And these two tore the house down at Evolution. Brutal back suplexes on piles of steel chairs. Charlotte did a picture-perfect swanton bomb to Becky Lynch through a table. Becky Lynch did a double leg drop off of a ladder through Charlotte, through the announce table. Charlotte got up. Charlotte started beating the hell out of Becky Lynch with a kendo stick. Charlotte with a spear on the outside. Turned Becky Lynch inside out. Charlotte went for another moonsault. With Becky on a table on the outside. Becky gets up. Becky powerbombs Charlotte from the outside of the ring through the table. Charlotte hits the concrete. The referee counts to 10. Becky Lynch retains the SmackDown Live Women's Championship in, without a doubt, the best women's match of the year, hands down. No question, this was the best women's match across all brands all year. Definitely worthy of putting on the list. And, this was actually one of the few matches from Evolution going back and watching. These two should have main evented. But no, you got a fake-titted, horrendous reality star like Nikki Bella, who can't wrestle to save her life, against a former UFC fighter who should have squashed her within a minute. And that was your main event. A 15-minute, stiff, uncoordinated, sloppy main event that no one even cared about to begin with. Shows how out of touch WWE is. But let's not get too caught up in that. Number 7 is Cedric Alexander versus Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy again. For the WWE Cruiserweight Championship on the May 29th, 2018 edition of 205 Live. I said this before and I will say it again. This was the greatest matchup in 205 Live history. I have yet to see a matchup on 205 Live that has topped this. This was their first encounter. This match went 20 minutes. And both men poured their heart and soul into this match. Cedric Alexander, the kicks that Cedric Alexander were doing in this match, I swear, looked like they could cave Buddy Murphy's nose in. Buddy Murphy took flight in this match. Buddy Murphy was great in his own right. The hometown crowd was behind Cedric Alexander. Buddy reversed a kick by Cedric Alexander, caught Cedric with a huge knee right to the face that knocks Cedric nearly unconscious. Cedric kicks out. Buddy's taunting Cedric. Buddy throws Cedric against the ropes. Cedric connects with the neuralizer. Cedric bounces off the other rope, the other side of the ring, off the ropes, hits a second neuralizer, knocks Buddy Murphy topsy-turvy, upside down. Grabs Buddy Murphy, hits the lumbar check. 1, 2, 3. Cedric Alexander retained the Cruiserweight Championship in probably Cedric and Murphy's best WWE match. That was their best match in their careers in WWE so far. That tells you a lot. And Buddy Murphy, what can I say about Buddy Murphy? Buddy Murphy resurrecting his career from a dead tag team in NXT to now having 2 Match of the Year candidates with 2 different people. Definitely go back and watch this match. Like I said before, if you're not watching 205 Live, you're living life as a wrestling fan wrong. How can you not appreciate these guys? Number 6 is Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa 2 in a Chicago street fight on June 16th, 2018 at NXT TakeOver Chicago. this was perhaps one of the most brutal, if not the most brutal match of 2018. The shit that they did in this match was scary. Johnny Gargano with a huge crossbody off of a platform in the crowd, while Tommaso Ciampa was in the crowd, and they had limited space to work with. Johnny Gargano with a super kick, while Tommaso Ciampa was inside a trash can. Tommaso Ciampa did an air raid crash to Johnny Gargano on the steel steps, and the steel steps, they were still in one piece. So you can imagine how much that hurt. Ciampa took Gargano up to the stage, threw him into the LED board. We then had Ciampa looking to recreate what happened back at TakeOver Chicago 1 with the air raid crash through the table. So they go up on two production trucks. Ciampa takes Gargano's wedding ring and spits on it, throws it in the crowd. Gargano then picks Ciampa up in an air raid crash position and jumps 15-20 feet off of the production crates, right through two tables, onto the concrete floor. I swear, that scared me. Because if they did not do that right, either Tommaso, Gargano, or both of them were going to be hospitalized for the weekend. That was scary. So, the EMTs are coming out. They're getting ready to cart Ciampa away. Gargano is losing control of his emotions, takes Ciampa, handcuffs Ciampa, starts super kicking him, putting him in the Gargano escape, but the referee was thrown to the side and taken out by Johnny because Johnny's just losing his shit. Then, Johnny goes around to try and get his hands on Ciampa again. Ciampa DDTs Gargano onto the exposed wood that he exposed earlier. The referee's already back. Counts 1, 2, 3. Ciampa wins. Ciampa wins probably the most brutal match of 2018. This was one of their best encounters. Probably the best encounter that they've had. Can you imagine what they're going to do when Gargano and Ciampa face off again WrestleMania weekend? I cannot wait. What they did? Phenomenal shit. Phenomenal shit what they did. Landed a solid number 6. Wasn't the best, but it was damn sure worthy of one of the accolades for best match of the year. Now, let's take a break. Let's do some honorable mentions, shall we? I got about 16 honorable mentions. Number 1, Adam Cole versus Aleister Black in an Extreme Rules match on January 27th, 2018 at TakeOver Philadelphia. Beautifully chaotic. Had a lot of great spots. Aleister Black going through two tables. We had Adam Cole getting double meteored through the announce table. We had Adam Cole actually got a fireman's carry onto the back of two steel chairs, and the chairs didn't give way. Sanity got involved. The Undisputed Era got involved. In the end, Aleister Black won with the Black Mass. Great Extreme Rules match. I absolutely loved it. And did not make the list, but it made it into the honorable mentions. Next is Sasha Banks versus Asuka on January 29th, 2018, Raw. These two found out they were facing each other an hour before the show, and for what they gave us, it's one of the best women's matches of the year. That just goes to show you how good Asuka is and how good Sasha Banks is. Sasha Banks actually nearly killed herself on that suicide dive. In the end, Asuka won to continue her undefeated streak leading into WrestleMania. Next is AJ Styles versus John Cena versus Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin versus Dolph Ziggler versus Kevin Owens in a 6-pack challenge for the WWE Championship on March 11th, 2018 WWE Fastlane. This match was all over the place. We had Ziggler and Corbin brawling in the crowd. AJ got AA through the table. Kevin Owens always taking these apron bumps with a powerbomb. I swear, he's going to shorten his career. In the end, AJ Styles got the win in a great main event for a very good pay-per-view that Fastlane was. Pop-up powerbomb by Kevin Owens to Cena. Styles came out of nowhere with the phenomenal forearm to pin Owens, and he got the win. Next is Buddy Murphy versus Kalisto. Buddy Murphy again. Mentioned Buddy Murphy 3 times in this video already. On April 3rd, 2018, 205 Live. This was perhaps one of the most underrated matches of the entire year. You want to know how good this match was? Go watch it back. It was 15 minutes. This match went 15 minutes, and the crowd was chanting 205, fight forever, this is awesome. You want to know why? Go watch it back. That's all I'm going to say. April 3rd, 2018, episode of 205 Live. Go watch it back. The next match, I didn't like the outcome. I think the outcome was a horrible choice, but that didn't take away from how good the match was. And it was Charlotte Flair versus Asuka for the SmackDown Live Women's title on April 8th, 2018 at WrestleMania 34. We had a lot of innovative spots, suplex to the outside, Spanish fly, Asuka reversing natural selection into like a guillotine stretch hold. These two have very good chemistry, so I had to put them in the honorable mentions. Next is Seth Rollins versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship on May 6th, 2018 at WWE Backlash. Backlash was one of the worst, if not the worst pay-per-view of the year. This was the only match worth going back and watching. So if you want to know why this match was so good, go back and watch it. Seth Rollins, we all know how good Seth Rollins is, and we all know how good his first Intercontinental title run is. The Miz, he's a great heel. The Miz knows how to work. Miz is very appreciated. Never forget that. Next is Oney Lorcan versus Danny Burch. Or Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch versus Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly of the Undisputed Era for the NXT Tag Team titles on June 16th, 2018 at NXT TakeOver Chicago. This was one of the best tag team matches of the year. Matter of fact, I did not think this was going to be as good as it was, and I am thoroughly impressed with both teams. It helped that Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch had the Undisputed Era to work with. Taking nothing away from Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. They are great in their own right. Ricochet versus Velveteen Dream, June 16th, 2018, NXT TakeOver Chicago. I mean, what can I say? Ricochet and Velveteen Dream. You want to go watch the match back. It had some great spots. Had Ricochet attempting the Purple Rainmaker. Velveteen Dream suplexed Ricochet to the floor. We had Velveteen Dream try a coast-to-coast Purple Rainmaker. Ricochet moved out of the way. Ricochet hit the 630. Ricochet beat Velveteen Dream in one of Velveteen Dream's best matches. Velveteen Dream's been putting on great matches all year. Go watch this match back. You'll see how good Ricochet and Velveteen Dream are. Next is AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE Championship in a last man standing match on June 17th, 2018 at Money in the Bank. This had a lot of good spots. Kinshasa on the table. AJ went through a table. We had a Styles clash from the steps to the floor. We had AJ doing a phenomenal forearm through a table for the win, and AJ retained the title. I think Nakamura was shafted in this match, but nowadays, what can you do? Next is Mustache Mountain versus Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly for the NXT Tag Team titles on August 18th, 2018 at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4, in which I was there. Great tag team match. Can't wait to see what Mustache Mountain do on NXT UK. And Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly retained. It was an all-around great tag team match. Go back and watch that. Adam Cole versus Ricochet for the North American Championship. Same show, TakeOver Brooklyn 4. Some of the spots in this match were brutal. That super kick when Ricochet was upside down. That reverse Rana. That Hurricane Rana to the floor. I mean, it's Ricochet and Adam Cole, so you know that these two were going to put everything into this match to make it must-see. Tommaso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano for the NXT Championship in a last man standing match. August 18th, 2018, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4. This was a great encounter. I was there. Had some great spots with Ciampa putting Gargano through a table. Ciampa putting Gargano through the barricade, Gargano DDTing Ciampa on the wood. So there's that. And it really had the aspect of the fall of Johnny Gargano, which is the whole story that WWE is currently telling, how Gargano fell from grace, and now he's trying to rebuild his way back up with this newfound attitude. That Ciampa is almost manipulating him, in a way. So, there you go. Next is Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler versus Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins for the Raw Tag Team titles on September 16, 2018 at Hell in a Cell. I did not like the whole Shield Dogs of War angle, but what we got, great tag team match, so I can't really complain there. I mean, it was one of the best matches of the night at Hell in a Cell. Excuse me. Next is Undisputed Era versus War Raiders, Ricochet, and Pete Dunne inside War Games. November 17th, 2018, NXT TakeOver War Games. Go watch the match back. That's all I gotta say about that. I gotta, get through these honorable mentions because we still got 5 more to go. Mustafa Ali versus Buddy Murphy again. I mentioned Buddy Murphy 4 times in this video. If you're not sold on Buddy Murphy at this rate, you're not even a real wrestling fan. Mustafa Ali versus Buddy Murphy for the Cruiserweight Championship, November 18th, 2018 Survivor Series. Go watch it back, you will see. Finally is Becky Lynch versus Asuka versus Charlotte Flair in a triple threat TLC match for the SmackDown Live Women's title on December 16th, 2018 at WWE TLC. These two women poured their heart and soul into that match, and finally, Asuka ended up walking away with the title. Well deserved as well. Let's get into the top 5. Number 5 is Johnny Gargano versus Aleister Black. November 17th, 2018, NXT TakeOver War Games. Some of the spots in this match were brutal. With Gargano and Black getting into a striking exchange. That Tope Suicina DDT on the outside. That Tope Con Hero. That knee that Aleister Black caught Gargano in as Gargano was suicide diving through the ropes. Black hit a black mass, grabbed Gargano by his beard, said, "I absolve you of all your sins." Black mass. Aleister Black wins, an absolute classic. 4.75 stars rated by Meltzer. You can see why if you go watch it back. And I will keep on saying that for almost every single one of these. Number 4, Tommaso Ciampa versus the Velveteen Dream for the NXT Championship. November 17th, 2018, NXT TakeOver War Games. I did not think that this match was going to be this good, that it would have actually been better than the match before, because Gargano and Black was an absolute classic. But what we got, I mean, just goes to show you how good Ciampa is and how good Velveteen Dream is. Velveteen Dream had everyone in the palm of his hand as if he was going to win that title. That purple Rainmaker, I swear my heart skipped a beat. And Ciampa kicked out. And that moment when Ciampa DDT'd Dream, and that steel plate in between the two rings, that 1, 2, 3, you could tell that the fans were just all up in arms that Dream lost. You know that the Velveteen Dream's time is coming, and when it does, my God, is it going to be something. Number 3 is Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar. November 18th, 2018, Survivor Series. The reason why I put this at number 3 is because of the story that was told in the ring with Daniel Bryan and Brock Lesnar. How Bryan just would not stay down, and Bryan would just do anything in his power to beat Brock Lesnar. The knees, the drop kicks, the just utter will to win by Daniel Bryan. And when Bryan had Lesnar in the yes lock, you could visibly see the crowd stand up because they thought that Lesnar was going to tap out. You knew that they wanted Lesnar to tap out. They wanted Bryan to win. In the end, Lesnar won with an F5. Shows you that Lesnar can work well and have a good match. as long as he's paired with the correct talent. Great match. Excuse me. Number 2 is Killian Dane versus Adam Cole versus EC3 versus Lars Sullivan versus Velveteen Dream versus Ricochet in a 6-man ladder match for the NXT North American Championship on April 7th, 2018 at NXT TakeOver New Orleans. You can tell how this match was going to go because a minute into this match, Ricochet did a fucking shooting star press to take out Killian Dane and Lars Sullivan on the outside. Lars Sullivan then received a purple Rainmaker as Velveteen Dream jumped 20 feet in the air to take out Sullivan with the Rainmaker. Then we had Lars Sullivan do a fucking freak accident to EC3 through Velveteen Dream through a ladder. Killian Dane did the same thing when a Michinoku driver to Adam Cole threw Ricochet through a ladder. And Mauro Ranallo said, there are no words. There are no words. This match was rated 5 stars. Go back and watch it. In the end, Ricochet was going for the title, but Adam Cole, like the sneaky snake that he is, flipped over the ladder, and Adam Cole became the first ever North American champion. There's a reason why this landed at number 2, and I'm going to tell you why. Because number 1, the best match of 2018, chosen by me, was Andrade Cien Almas versus Johnny Gargano for the NXT Championship on January 27th, 2018 at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. I have never seen such a match that has just seeped pure emotion through the television screen and had me glued to the screen at every single move. The fact that Johnny Gargano would not stay down, and the will to win by Johnny Gargano told the story of how Gargano would just do anything in his power to win the NXT Championship. Super kicks, flatliners, reverse ranas, Gargano escapes. And then Almas coming back, answering back with the moonsaults and the double stomps and the knees. Gargano kicking out and kicking out and kicking out. Hammerlock DDT, Gargano kicked out. They got Candice LeRae involved. Took out Zelina Vega. Gargano was this close to having Almas tap out, but Almas got to the ropes. Double knees to Johnny Gargano against the post. Gargano's bleeding from the mouth. Draping Hammerlock DDT, and Almas retains. Just heartbreak with Gargano losing. And you could visibly tell by the audience that they wanted Gargano to win the championship. I'm still pissed that Gargano still hasn't won the championship. But the story that they told shows you that Johnny Gargano is a bona fide superstar, and Almas is just as good. And I am so pissed that they haven't done anything with Almas yet on SmackDown. But ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up my top 10 best matches of 2018, with some honorable mentions as well. I would like to thank each and every single one of you who tuned into this video. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at TheDJStorms. Do not forget to follow me on Twitter at StormsTakeover. Hit that thumbs up, trying to move up in the world. Gonna give me the thumbs down? Well, here's your late Christmas present. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. I'm trying to get 200 by the Rumble. Hit that notifications bell with a huge shooting star press. That way, you can know whenever I pop up on YouTube, because when I pop up on YouTube, it is the best time to be on YouTube. Rescue Mania is on Friday. Lightning Flash update is also on Friday. And next week, I'm working diligently to find a guest. It's the return of the Storm streams. I'm going to be doing at least 4 for the month of January. I got a lot of good shit coming. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. I'm DJ Storms. This has been my top 10 matches of 2018 with honorable mentions. I hope y'all have a great day, or a great night rather, and an even better weekend. Hopefully I'll see you at Rescue Mania.